What's up, boys and girls? My name is Jeffery Mitchell, and I'm going to get on this glider and do my 30 minutes lunch. Exercise is the secret. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you now, exercise is the true meaning of life. Actually, it's about exercising and enduring and getting stuff done. Accomplishment, really. It's really about accomplishment and getting stuff did. All right, so you're just gonna be that way. All right, you just be that way then. Exercise is my thing now. I get on this thing, and I've said it before, and I'm really impressed with the fact that I can get on this thing and do 15, 20, 30 minutes without blinking. And at first, it really was about stamina, physical stamina, but mostly it was about mentally being able to stay on this thing long enough without getting bored or my mind wandering or just getting to the point where I just couldn't be on it anymore. The physical part, I guess I should be impressed with, but the fact that I could be on this thing and do 28 minutes without blinking, my God. And I'm probably not burning all that many calories. I'm probably not, this is definitely not a body combat or body attack. It's just, it's not like that fitness training that they do where, CrossFit workout or whatever. But I like to think it keeps me moving. It keeps me moving, and I think that has a calisthenic effect, maybe. I'm guessing. And this thing is just steady shaking, huh? Because I need to do something with the, mic cord. Because I just kind of threw this together again. I got cameras all over this damn place. But I'm getting it down. I am getting it down. For some reason, I bought a couple things, and okay. I bought this thing out there called a cloud lifter. I've been hearing about it for over a couple years now. Ever since I started seeing everybody using that Shure SM7B microphone from Shure, everybody's using it. And then I heard a show, I think it was Charlemagne the God had Wayne Gandy on it, and his voice sounded so damn good. I was like, I gotta get that microphone. And I got it, and I was able to reproduce that sound, close enough to satisfy me. I'm sure they got compressors and hardware and other things going on in the studio. And they probably have their room treated because there's a lot of noise in this room. But I got the warmth. It's the warmth and the feeling that I was getting. So the mic worked. And I started noticing this cloud lifter. It's called Cloud Lifter. I think it was like $150. So I'm like, I got a preamp. I got a preamp on my interface. So I was using that for years and years, and I was getting the sound, but I had to turn things down. I didn't even know. And so I'm looking around. Then I said, I'm laying in the bed, bored. So I Googled cloud lifter alternative, and they pointed me at a couple things, and I said the best alternative. Then I Googled, and I finally went, it was like $30. It was like, hell, I gotta try it. $30, I gotta try it. I tried that damn thing last night, changed my life. I felt stupid. And I don't even use the word stupid. I don't use the word stupid, dumb, right, wrong, good, bad. I don't really use those words. If you listen to my commentary and understand my personality or my philosophy and my approach to life, my general, understanding that I don't understand. I have a general understanding that I don't understand. So, in just about everything in my life that I call dumb or stupid, this is probably an exaggeration, but just about everything in my life that I call dumb or stupid, later, I found out circumstances behind it that, oh, okay, that makes sense. So it's always come down to something not being dumb or stupid. It just comes down to me not understanding the situation. Now, that situation could mean that human beings are making judgments and decisions that I would consider ludicrous, judgment, and doing things that quote unquote could be considered dumb or stupid. But since I understand that we're so subjective and we're so individualistic and we're just so different in everything, that a choice a person makes can't be dumb or stupid, no matter what. I can disagree with it. It could be wrong, whatever wrong. It could be wrong in the sense that, okay, they made this decision to get track A over to track B. They made a decision to get track A to track B, and the decision they made, and from my experience, I can look at it and say, that's not the way you do it. See, there's a lot of ways to do things. There's more than one way to do things. But when you talk about an actual task, there can be a right or wrong, because it's the scope of the whole thing, the scope of right or wrong has been shrunken down to a task that needs to be executed or not. And it shrinks down to the universe of the different opportunities to do that task. And there are right or wrong ways. It's like right or wrong ways to do math. Especially but the whole thing is the criteria and the outline and the guideline, I can't think of the word, has to be set. Just like with religion. Sometimes when I talk with people, I'll say that there is no right or wrong. And then they'll come back at me and I'll ask them, who says that's right or wrong? What authority do you get that from? It's right or wrong. And that kind of, sets them back, and they kind of realize that they can't use the God thing on me. Or I guess nowadays, later and later, people aren't using the God thing. You see it on TV. I mean, you see it every now and then, but not like years ago, where every day it was thank God for this, thank God for that, thank God, God, praise God, praise. It was just all over the place. Now it's getting less and less. And that's cool. And I'm not trying to, it's like, yeah, that's about time or anything. I'm just like, it was kind of cool to see something that I was really passionate about, and that I actually went and participated in. What's the word when you get together and you do stuff, you solicit, patronize, you canvas, or whatever the word's for. I put work in, to increase awareness of atheism. So I feel good. That makes me feel good that I feel like I had an impact. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is, no good, bad, or wrong. Without a moral authority, there is no good, bad, or wrong. There is no good or bad or right or wrong. You have to have that moral authority. Then once you appoint something that moral authority, you call it God. And God cannot be wrong. Even my definition of God is something that can't be wrong. No matter what happens, they can't be wrong. No matter what. They can wake up today and say A equals A, and wake up tomorrow and say A don't equal A. They still be right because they're God. And that can be comforting to some people to have in their life. And it was a time where it used to bug me because I wasn't able to get what I didn't feel what I had to say and what I believed in was being appreciated. And now that I do, I'm cool. And I'm a lot more relaxed too in my older age. I have to admit that too. But anyway, so I got the cloud lifter. I got this little $38 inline preamp. And when I was testing it, I was playing with the microphones. I was doing this, doing that. Everything was good. And I noticed that when I was testing the microphone, I had it really low. I had it really lower than what I usually have it. Because I like for it to be loud. I mean, probably too loud. And so when I plugged it in and I started talking, it was tremendously loud. I was just shocked and impressed. And I felt, just for the sake of, not trying to find the right words, I felt stupid. I felt dumb and stupid. And I didn't really feel dumb and stupid, but you know what I meant. That I went all these years or all this time without having something that I should have had, $30 device. And now I'll go ahead and I'll spend $150 if I need to get a good one. Because I see that device works. Not that particular brand, but that actual device, mechanism, protocol. I can't think of the words. They're on the tip of my tongue. That actual mechanism works. You know, it's just not something that, you know, they want you to spend money on. I'm looking down out on the floor now. And I already had two like short cables already connected. Well, in fact, I can do something with that. I already had two short cables connected, so I just spliced, put it in between them. And it was so much louder, it just blew me away. Because I would talk on the microphone, I wouldn't be able to hear myself out the speakers. I'd have to turn it up so loud that I couldn't hear myself out the speakers. But with that thing, woo, I had to turn it down. I hear myself clear coming out of the speakers because I love hearing myself come out of the PA. I love talking and hearing myself come out of the PA. But without the preamp, I couldn't. Plus, I got another preamp over there going in there that, you know, but it's not a boost like this thing is. This thing puts some power on it. And it was pretty clean. And then I'm doing this, and this started working. And then the monitor started working. Then I got an idea of taking another DI box, because see what happens. Okay, I got two computers. One to do the OBS studio, one to do all my recording and broadcasting shit I want to stream, and one to do the studio digital audio workstation. My Cubase is on there. I do all the recording, people come in, do all my hard lifting on that computer with the like video processing or video editing, 360 video. You know, of course, on all the computers I can do Facebook and social media. But so the sound, I would want to play sound on the OBS computer. You want to fire up a video. You want to be able to watch that video on the computer and have it broadcast. So that video would have to be running on the same screen, and you want to have it broadcast, but you want the sound coming out. So what I did was I took the sound coming out of the OBS studio computer, out of the microphone jack, I isolated it, and I ran it through a DI box, and I ran it into my other interface. So I got two interfaces over there. I got one interface just for the OBS studio. And I got another one, my main Steinberg audio interface that I paid some money for, USB-C, top of the line, you know, fairly new, modern, that I do all my real recording and connect it to Steinberg Cubase Pro. So I got the tools. I ain't messing around. I got the tools, and I did invest in them tools, and it goes back to how much money I spent. And again, I'm not bragging. I mean, I got it. I worked hard. I went to school. I stay out of trouble. I make a good living. I do stuff. I make smart investments. Blah blah blah. So I got the money. That's not what I'm trying to get at. And when I bring this up, what I'm trying to get at is the fact that I'm learning to spend money and get quality products that are so much better than the cheap stuff that I'm used to trying to go on the low end. So when I actually did spend some money, every now and then when I actually did spend some money, and I go, whoa, this thing really works. It's no problems. It makes me feel good. That's what I'm talking about. It's not like I'm rich and I got this, I can afford that. That's not the point. The point is there's a point where sometimes you just got to spend some money to get a good quality product. It's not worth the headache sometimes. So I did that. So I got that. So I bought a monitor. It was on sale, open box. I wanted to get the UHD, ultra high definition, so I can get more. And I made that my monitor, moved the other one over. Just buying stuff, spending money. And I'm just spending too much money too. I also want to say too, I've been spending way too much money, and I need to curb that. I've been spending way too much money, and I need to curb that. But, so, now I'm on a kick. I got that working. So I ran that sound out of that computer into the first interface, which goes into the second interface, goes into the studio computer interface, and goes out of the studio computer interface and goes into the OBS studio computer interface. So there's two like 16 channel audio interfaces sitting there. And so I ran it out of that computer into the interface of another computer, out the interface of that computer, and into the interface of the computer it left. So I actually took the signal all the way out and ran it all the way back in. And it worked, so I get better control. I can actually control the volume left and right. It sounds better. And then I start moving stuff around, and I hit something, all the noise went away. All the noise just dropped out, my voice was clean and strong. The videos I played sounded good. And I'm talking about the cool thing is I got all my stuff networked. So if I grab my laptop, I sit my laptop, I go in the bathroom with my laptop, I got access to every video ever shot in my life. It's the way I got my stuff networked, I got access to everything on the network. It's encrypted and protected, and I got firewalls and stuff, blah, blah, blah. But so I can get to anything. I can get to a video I shot in 2010, P-Funk videos that I shot years ago. I can just pull them right up. All the videos I posted on Facebook, I got copies of, so I can pull them up and show them and play them. And it's kind of play them and cool and relive the experiences, relive the pictures. And I would run those videos on the OBS studio, but I couldn't get the sound right. So I actually had to run the sound all the way out, through a microphone jack, through a DI box, and then back in through 2 more interfaces back into the computer. And it's just, I was getting teared up last night. Well, getting teared up. I wasn't teared up, but I was like, yeah, because everything just started working. It just seemed like it fell in place and started working. Things sounded good. And these are videos I shot in New Orleans, London, Paris, just, everywhere, all around the world, stuff, music, and the music came out good. So the quality of the phone that I shot the stuff with is good enough to my standard to where I can, repurpose it, send it out again, republish it as something else. With me just sitting here browsing videos, and I got it all set up so where I can browse videos. I can browse my pictures. I get access to all my pictures, all my videos, all the studio recording. I got it set up so that the studio computer running Cubase can broadcast to the OBS studio computer. So you'll get a full screen of the screen I'm working on when I'm working on music. And the sound of the microphone sounds good. And I even had my cheap lavalier, $12 lavalier microphone, the one I'm using now, in fact, hooked up. But see, since it's not XLR, I just plug it right into the computer and you run it that way. But the only thing left for me now to do is sync all my cameras. The video and audio sync, because the different cameras come in at different speeds. So the audio and video could be off a little. So I'd have to slow everything down to the slowest camera. And there's a way to do that. Delay, video delay, and sound delay. And then probably when I'm talking or doing something, I'll probably see a slight delay, on the monitor, but I'll learn to live with that. As long as when I record it, everything's synced up. But it's good. And now I got all this set up, everything done, and I'm telling myself, okay, now I'm doing this to make it easier for me to do something. See, there's no goal. There's no hard, fast goal. I'm just doing this. For some reason, there's something in me just pushing me to keep doing this. I've been doing this for years. I've been making videos for almost 25 years, probably 30 years, 20 something years, and working on this stuff. I look back to the really cheap, not even cheap, to the inexpensive stuff, the throwaway stuff, the gadgets that I tried to put together to do things, not even on a cheap budget. You can't even call it a cheap budget, on a non-budget, And now that I got a little bit of income, a little financial stability, I can go ahead and make investments. But I'm still not going out there willy-nilly. Of course, I could just go out there and say, hey, this is my whole studio, already built, set up, guaranteed to work, get a tech to come out here. I could afford all that. But that's not the point. That's not me, number one, and that's not the point. And the point is actually doing it. And I love just doing this stuff. I was sitting in that chair yesterday, and I remoted into another computer to look at a video that I shot from 2016 of P-Funk or something, and it was sounding good, and I was able to broadcast it and record it. I mean, I could record it, but I wasn't broadcasting, but I could if I wanted to go Facebook Live, and the mic sounded good, and everything, It's just good. It's just good. So I'm happy about that. And we got our bonuses yesterday. Blew me away completely. I'm just not used to it. They tell me, that I'm a good worker, this, but I know where I could be better, I guess. I know how much more I can do. And I also know how important it is for me to be happy, to give enough to to give enough to be in the upper echelons of performance, but save enough for me to be happy, because it really is all about Jeffrey. It really, really, really is all about Jeffrey, what Jeffrey wants to do. And I catch myself sitting in here just wanting to think about the things I want to think about. Just want to, in my head, just to only be in the thoughts that I want to be in. Like, I'm thinking about, used to be religion or space or how the universe was created, and just be in that and study it. I used to have file cabinets back in paper. I used to have big old metal government file cabinet full of paper. I used to print stuff out and have it in there. And then the internet came and I was like, I don't need this anymore. I got rid of all my paper products, got rid of that big file cabinet. There's basically almost no more paper in here. I had papers and pencils, stencils, I had protractors, rulers, hole punches, everything, staplers, you name it, all kinds of pens. Because I would draw and just do stuff, and because I just like to study, and I would just want to be here, and sometimes that's all I want to talk about, and that's all I want to think about. I just want to be in that thought, in that moment, to discuss certain subjects, like philosophy and Marxism and neoliberalism and woke and just all that stuff. That's where I'm at. To figure. I love trying to figure that stuff out. And have the whole thing is the self-fulfillment now, or self-actualization versus self-fulfillment versus goal. What's the goal in life? What is happy? Just fun stuff. I just love pondering that stuff, and I can do it. Guess I could do it all day long. Because I be in here doing my thing, and now I can record it, and I can set up and get on my thing, and I'm exercising now, so I'm feeling better. I'm still have problems on the weekends, on days off, eating like an idiot. Now, idiot is a word I can use. Idiot is a word I can use, I think. Stupid, dumb, idiot. Stupid, I can't use. Dumb, I can't. Idiot almost implies that somebody's doing something on purposely wrong. Because I don't want to comment on somebody's intellectual ability or intellectual knowledge, because mostly intellect or intelligence comes from experience, and a lot of people don't have the experiences that other people have. Some people have limited experiences, and quite frankly, their limited experiences make them better, whatever better means, at certain things than other people. I think as gentrified, sophisticated, civilized people, I think we've lost something. We definitely have lost something. Now, whether we need it or is there a benefit to it, we don't know. We're not the same people we were 50, 100, 200 years ago. And technology is changing us. Having a phone in our hand, having the ability to get the answer to just about any damn question I want immediately. Growing up, granddaughter, growing up, and my niece growing up with the internet in their hand. Ain't no sense in arguing no more. We just Google it. So that means in the privacy of their own, time, they can Google, get answers to the personal stuff, and don't anybody have to know. So they can do their own study. And basically, that may or may not have been, that's right when the internet came out. It's probably right when the atheism revolution kind of broke, when access to other people's opinions became mainstream. And we had to get used to hearing other people's opinions and understand that's just their opinion. And not be offended by it or triggered by hearing something that you're just not used to hearing. But anyway, so I'm sitting in here, I got my stuff set up, I got cameras actually running now. They got the red light on because OBS Studio's running. I just love it. I just love it here. I love my space. And no matter where my space is, I love it. And it seems wherever I'm at is my space until I need to get into my space. Because, I was just thinking too, I love hotel rooms. I was just thinking of travel. And I remember how young I was when I first fell in love with hotel rooms. The reason I say that probably is because I got a one-bedroom apartment. I'm an apartment person. I've always been an apartment person ever since, college. Condo, no real desire to have a house or a yard, but it's fun to go and borrow one and use somebody's, be at somebody's house and stay and have that, access. Like when I go to my mother's, be able to go on her patio and just sit out there and have space and be able to be outside and see stars and just sit there. You know, it's nice. And when I did have a condo, I was in the bedroom all day. I set up the bedroom with the shelving system I created, and up against I had a shelving system and a table just like that. This is 30 years ago. Table just kind of just like that, those old lunchroom tables. And I built a shelf, so I had a big console in front of me. I always had a console. Ever since high school, I've always had a console of electronics in front of me. I come and sit down and just have all my stuff in front of me. So, what am I doing? What time did I start? 23, okay. I guess I got a few more minutes. All right. This 28 went kind of fast. It did seem like it was taking a little longer, but because I need to take this off. See if I can do this. Cut this for you. And the answer is yes, I wear the same clothes. This is probably the same shirt I was wearing in Ohio. I think I washed it though before I left. It's probably the same. I just wear the same clothes all the time. I'm not sweating. I just wear the same clothes all the time. And like the last trip, I got upset because I brought so many clothes home that I didn't wear. I was like, this stuff is still folded just like I left it. I just get home, just wear the same stuff. But anyway, that's it. So things start falling together. I bought that cheap Angie2 4K webcam. Wide angle is better. It's a cheapie. Like I said, it's not the Logitech. I don't know if I was talking about this on another video. It's not the, the brand names, not like the Logitech that everybody uses or the Shure microphone that everybody uses, but it does something for me. And at first I was going to use it as my main camera, my face-to-face camera. But then it was so good and so sharp and so wide, I put it up top to get the whole room. And I brought the Logitech C920 down and use it as a face-to-face camera, and it's much better. So everything got stepped up. I don't even got any of the AverMedias. AverMedia used to be my go-to camera. I'm not even using any of them anymore. I'm using my 3 Mevos and those cameras. So I just got cameras everywhere and it's hooked up, and I just love it. Come in, press a button and just go to talking and get that quality. That sound quality is important. The audio, the video, the music. Oh. And then now I got the mechanism built. I got DistroKid. I've been there for years. I got music published. I got decades of music we recorded that I think is pretty good. I think I can do a few things to make it work. But anyway, so we're going on y'all 2 times. 2 times for me and for the funk. That funk right there, y'all. and for every elementary particle that has ever existed in any atom in this or in any universe that ever was, is, or will be. It's about the totality of it all. A theory of universe. A hypothesis of all as one. I can get back to work. Swinging on y'all.